Welcome everybody, here's your Strategy Wolf and welcome back to Victoria 3 in our Denmark here, our Hygge Denmark run where we're trying to achieve or create a Danish happy welfare state with lots of wealth and money from trade and at the same time happiness for our people over the long term. Let's see. At the same time trying to defend here a little bit of also our, at least holding our German possessions if we somehow can. Damn, wow, is Russia worry? Yeah, we're using the Morgenröte mod if you haven't seen the first episodes yet, so a lot of cultural players also comes into our game. And what has just happened? Okay, somebody, I think something was sold, so our gold reserves were going up quickly. Okay, that's nice to see. Our gold reserves is still like a small one. Yeah, I was actually just at a tiny crash. And now I'm coming back with full money. Yeah, things are weird. No, but I think it's just because our reserves are pretty small. We can actually go down in this case. And we can afford this. Yeah. We also have, we've passed our laws actually, so we could also try to change something over here. In terms of what we want to do, I think racial segregation would be something to do. Because this would already start to national supremacy. We can also include the Germans a little bit more. We have few of them. Yeah, and as I mentioned last time, somehow the mod crashes something with assimilation anyway, so everybody turns German in Austria, which is really sad to see, apart from the Italian provinces where... Okay, it's also beginning over there. Well, let's observe this over time. I mean, in this case, racial segregation is probably with this bug for us at the moment absolutely not necessary. It might increase though the migration attraction for others, so maybe not the first stuff to do. Quickly go through it, what we can do and what we cannot. Yeah, and unitarism is still here the thing, what I want to do. Local autonomies, long term I want to change this for sure. Here with the public investments here, light industry, what was we wanted to do, right? It's appallingly rural folk, but is this so terrible for us? Technology spread. To be honest, I don't care for, like, if we don't have them a little bit unhappy right now. I think they will be better later. Or should we go first into fishing investments? Fishing and whaling industry, and agriculture. Where do we have more? Farmers, ranching and agriculture, or plantations? I mean, we have some colonial plantations, but in the end not that many. We're gonna go hard for fishing, but farming is... Nah, agriculture, right? So maybe we should first go for agriculture before we get to light industry, but... I think this is more important. Strength of capitalists. Well, it takes away some taxes. Oh, where's our taxes, by the way, coming from? This might be something... Yeah, we should have probably rarely look so detailedly into taxes, poll taxes, right? Yeah, no, there's no clear differentiation. We would lose something over there, but I think it helps us, so... Light industry. Manufacturing, what is this, by the way? Food, textile, paper. Chemicals, synthetics, motor, shipyards, tooling. Do we have so much of that actually? Not yet. I mean, we're gonna go for the shipyards. Tooling, shipyards. Maybe then we're gonna go actually first, before we make them angry, just go into agricultural investments, yeah. Which makes a lot of people happy in here. Danish West Indies earthquake. Earthquake has in the state of Danish West Indies destroying buildings, injuring people and taking some lives. Good that we have the seismologic thing. Yeah, but heavy industry throughput is like perfect field for geological research. Exactly, not doing too much over here. And the medical congress ends where we had good discussions. I helped out to help us out for describing our diphtheria epidemic. Medical Congress in France ended yesterday. Doctors and microbiologists are on their way home again and are bringing back numerous findings. The International Medical Congress, French Congrès International de Médecine, sorry I don't speak French if I butchered something over here, was a series of international scientific conferences on medicine that took place periodically from 1867 to 1913. The idea of such a congress came in 1865 during the 3rd Annual Medical Congress of France. Professor Henri Gutrac proposed holding an international medical conference in 1867, taking advantage of the fact that physicians and surgeons from all over the world would surely be in Paris to attend the year's international exhibition. Hope the buffet was good. I hope it was good indeed. Quite excited to get the shipyards out so we can finally build the get the molded company out. Yeah, we need to upgrade bureaucracy at some point. And you're really thinking it's a good idea to build in the colonies the public greens in Togo. Okay. Even if it helps. As strong as Ashanti, by the way, 30 battalions and nothing. Oh, we can't battle them. They're weaker than our forces, but yeah, our military is weak and nothing Denmark would do at this time, I think. Yeah, for colonial expansion, as I said in the beginning of the first episode, we're having colonies, but we're not planning on a colonial empire, rather for some... We can drop some... We want a rather trading center, let's say. Nigeria, Congo maybe, then we also lose the... Can we have this here as interest? Then we don't have to use the interest for this. Nah. Balfe arrives to Denmark, which is... Oh, composer, nice. Michael William Balfe. But no, he's Michael William Balfe. He's a Spanish... Irish man, but working for Spain. Welcome, welcome. Conductor, okay. Philanthropic society is growing. Very nice. Yes. New altitude record for our country, but still not reaching the French record. But yeah, our balloon is doing a great job. 5 kilometers, not bad. When these investments come through smoothly, I think we have to also bring up our... After the... yeah, there's a lot to build and we're not making really big progress. Let's do it like this. Sulfur can wait. Because we have these already halfway built, I want to finish them first. Typhus epidemic. Epidemic has broken out in one of our states. Typhus is ravaging in Danish Pegu. Typhus fever, which probably existed in ancient times but was only reliably described in the 16th century, appeared primarily as a typical epidemic of war and misery. Typhus became a serious problem for Napoleon's army during the Russian campaign. When the Grande Armée, which had moved to Russia in June 1812, withdrew in the fall of 1813, Mainz was the first stop on French soil. 15,000 to 17,000 French crew and just as many civilians died there. The disease, which was then also called nervous fever, because of the neurological symptoms it caused, remained in the French language as typhus de Mayence. By the end of October 1814, 14,000 cases of typhus had been recorded in the Franconian area around the Grand Duchy of Würzburg, of which 2,500 were fatal. Another epidemic with around 2.5 million deaths occurred in the result of war and civil war between 1918 and 1922 in Russia. Change your clothes or stop pestering? Yeah, we're not gonna go and describe it because it's just in the colonies and we're still in these brutal, metropolitan, arrogant, racist guys at these days. So we'd rather have our guys research further. If it was in Denmark, I would definitely stop them, but in this case, we're gonna rather supporting the research. And they're getting the public greens, no? Or not, they're getting them in Togo, not Pegu. It is what it is. Pegu is in Asia, right? That's this one here. Even further away. It is what it is. And once again, I told it already in the last episode, but since I'm recording this in a double session, yeah, if you don't like me to read out all these event texts of Morgenröte, because then let me know. But I think after playing with this, and this is one of the cornerstones, let's say, of this playthrough, I would definitely read them, because I skip them also when I'm alone, but now I have the chance to read them and it's more motivating. So let me know. I think it's part of it, and I would be taking us the time for it. Yeah, the geological research completed. Apart from these ones, maybe he did his research. Entire universe has been neatly divided into things to mate with, eat, run away from, and the rocks. Terry Pratchett's okay. But that's not a really. It's just yeah, Terry Pratchett, the author. So just some side reference. I've read only that one book that's so famous with the 42 answer, but it's been long ago. Is this Terry Pratchett, or I'm like really absolutely tumbling around, culturally lost here? Correct me if you need to. Traveling composite parts. Yeah, I guess that's the Irish guy. A composite destination depends on a whole range of factors. Decisive return opera house's proximity to the last location. Yeah. Composite about where performance by rival. Okay. Opera house is talking about it. Maybe something we should get actually. Later, but... Oh. We need more. Urban centers level 2. Yeah, we need to grow Copenhagen for sure. We're gonna do that. And he fails again. Yeah, thanks. We're not good. The balloon events are getting also a bit one-sided, so we're not gonna read them. Agricultural investments. Very nice. Nation's wealth comes from its lands. By promising extra tax breaks in the agricultural sector, we will incentivize private individuals to invest their capital in our territory. Maybe investors' confidence. Market confidence. Very nice. This is from the with the markets and so business cycle. This is from the economy mod. We've played with it before. Throughout the nation, investments are growing in the new age of industry, with new businesses cropping up and so forth, and the legislation also is in their way. So very nice to see market confidence. Let's see, we could of course now follow up by the way with the... But I think I want to go actually for manufacturing. I think that's more what we're doing, apart from, of course, here the shipyards, but since they're like not built fully yet. And now we're taking the throughput bonuses, so... Our GDP, by the way, not really accelerating. I think we should also get the trade centers further up then to push our trading a bit more. It's a slow process, we need to get the baseline stuff out. As you see, we have tons of goods that we are having still very expensive that we won't need to definitely import the disease description. Okay, now you're still doing this one. They're going for the Niger, that's good. You can go for geological research. I hope that the same is happening again, and we're gonna have somebody buying up stuff once we are going really low. Anti-Ottoman society. A Danish rival. Are they our rivals? Not really, but okay. I mean, this is kind of a cheap one to make them happy. Can we rival them? Yeah, we could. Should we? But they're all happy kinda, right? So there's not really a need to do so. Let's wait a bit before we get too stuck up with this. We have Screw Frigate unlocked, reinforced wooden ships and steam ships. Yeah, that's the good question. I mean, we don't have engines, right? So we have to import engines. And this is not even running properly. I think I'm rather actually doing some export subventions also for our clippers. I wanna, because yeah, this is gonna be our industry. Pego minus tax collection mortality. Dig the usual mass graves in Pego. Then Lilia Havru, Mermaid. Nice, from Hans Christian Andersen, right? A mermaid being drawn to the land, which is what then Lilia Havru, or The Little Mermaid, by Hans Christian Andersen is about. The youngest daughter of the King of the Sea saves a prince from death and falls in love with him. She trades her tail and legs for legs in the hope to get the prince to fall in love with her. Will her story end in happy end? I know what you want, it is very stupid of you, but you shall have your way, and it will bring you sorrow, my pretty princess. Hans Christian Andersen's Den Lille Havfrue. Wait, her name is not Ariel? Yeah, actually I saw this. This is, I think I saw the Little Mermaid was part also. I saw a musical about Hans Christian Andersen in total. Nice that we have him in here. And I'm impressed that Morgenröte adds these very tailored events also. Strange medicine. With some free time on our doctor and archaeologist have shared their research. Ah, but what as things get interesting, doctor? These jars come from Egypt and contain what we believe to samples of ancient medicine. Fascinating, fascinating. Is this mummia oil? Isn't that found on the bodies with healing properties? Okay, let's slow down. The resin around their wrappings. Oh no, not at all. Mummia is a type of the oil that we find out the ground, akin to petroleum. Why? I think it is the best we examine these medications more. There are all sorts of tinctures. Please take a look at them and I will be back in a moment. I need to dispose of something. Well, these seem as they might have been perfumed and are... Are you eating something in there? What the fuck? You're not eating the mummy, are you? Good to be pharmaceutical research in progress. Oh, that's really nice. How far are we already with the pharmaceuticals? We've got some. That's gonna be a quick one. Nice. Leisure unlocked, hospitality and so forth. Locals, radicals from low nice. Always helpful. Can somebody please buy something? Yeah. We could at the meantime also have a look, by the way, at treaties. They need a diplomatic wait, what? Wait, are we giving one or what? I thought it's just for unrecognized powers, but we should be recognized, no? They don't even want this. Okay, good. Trade privileges. Trade privileges. I don't want Russia to build in Denmark, rather the other way around. Nah. Not yet there, we need to wait. Let's see if we have maybe chances with the Swedes. Can we have a treaty? No. The US maybe. Almost. Are we improving relations over here? Should be. Netherlands. Netherlands could be investing. Has a very small chance that we're gonna do the Utrecht Convention. We can try it at least. %30. It has been declined. Still worth a try. We have to try to get more better connections all over the world, in my opinion. Spain, Portugal, what is up? Nobody wants to trade with us that much yet. And he's got duration record, yeah. For ourselves, it's good. Bessemer process for steel mills. I think we don't have a single steel mill, right? Nope. We won't have them so quickly. Hanover maybe. Typhus ends, that's good, but it's just in Pegu. Shouldn't be. Maybe I shouldn't be so condescending. This one is not bad. Why is Hanover, by the way, in... they're not in the Colonial? Oh, interesting. And we could get the treaty with them. That's good. Reconnaissance balloons, nice. Copenhagen Protocol, okay. That's good. That's nice. At least. the meantime, let's do our regular check. How German, yeah. Look at this speed, this is insane, no? Like we're playing 5 years and they basically turned entire Hungary German already. I have no idea where this is coming from. And there we go, guys. HP Möller, I guess. 2 extra convoys and extra river dogs. Ports established. There we go. Here we go. HP, our new company, and we think. Let's see what we can do with them already. There's the industry rights we can hand out. Shipyards. Wait, they're just running ports. River docks and ports, but they needed shipyards. Now I'm super confused. Well, I'm definitely gonna give them shipyard industry rights. And what I would do, I think this is because I do this for the first time ever, I will also grant them here some colonization rights actually for South Cameroon, I think. Why not? Yes. Let's do this. And monopoly rights. Should we also give them monopoly rights? And then from shipyards, nah. River docks and docks. Nah, that's not what I want to do. Hans Haxthausen, no, you're not giving them all the rights yet. Sad that we can't give another one out over here. We could get regional company trade rights. No, we want more trade centers also, that's important. And yeah, here we go. Suddenly we're having problems again with the finances. Time for increasing the taxes a bit. I don't want to run bankrupt immediately. Worst case, we have to stop production for a bit, or we hope for a nice investment or purchase of some of our investment pool people. 1.4 million, I mean, you can go ahead and buy stuff, guys. A lot of things are for sale, right? We have government dividends. There we go, slightly into that immediately. Small volcano eruption. Nice in Iceland. And oh yeah, makes actually sense. I totally forgot we have Iceland with our geologist. Probably the perfect terrain. Which text-wise, 2,000. Yeah, this is gonna be important. How long does this take? So let's quickly finish the food industries in this year. And then the governor, as you see, our list is long of stuff that we had planned, and we are already 5 years in. Yeah, I underestimated or overestimated the power of our construction. Our Möller here building up a little bit. But does he own the no, they don't even own the shipyards that we built. They're just part of the they just needed to have them as a requirement, right? The shipyards here are... Yeah. Hope we're selling some. Anyways, I think I should give them... I hope at some point they will buy some mechanical tools. That's, I guess, good. Let's see what we can do. Steel tools. Yeah, we don't have steel, so... Put some import subventions for steel also. Slaughterhouses, livestock ranches. Can we afford this? Yeah, we'll do it. Okay, not so much else to be honest. Fruit. Oh yeah, we can now go here also for the fruit order card. Oh yeah, finances is a problem. Melancholia. At this vernissage, Maestro Christopher Eckersberg presented his latest painting to the public. Melancholia is a typical work of classicism and is already considered significant in this genre. Eckersberg's new work immediately caught the attention of art experts. In particular, the more conservative-minded academics liked its aesthetic forms and the balance of line and color. The moral integrity and sublimity of the works of art were particularly emphasized. The picture is already considered an excellent cultural heritage of our nation and should be the adornment of any gallery. Wonderful. Culturally all good. Industrial boom. Oh, nice. Some extra bonuses in here. Oh, new Mountaineering Club options available. Oh, Mr. Mikkelsen. Okay, good that we have one now. Yeah, this is my biggest sorrow. We have here the Mountain Club is founded. Christian de Mesa calls in the mountain answers. De Mesa, Christian de Mesa, okay. That sounds like a Spanish name. Founding Mountaineering Club marks a new era for all who aim higher. Okay. Alpine heritage for Denmark makes so much sense. Wow, there's so much action and reaction. News escaped Berlin of yet another violent crackdown on the Prussian labor movement. Outraged members of the trade unions have taken the streets of Copenhagen under the Anti-Prussian Association. Yeah, temper their rage with diplomatic action, that's okay. That's to pacify the Prussians. Unbalanced trade. The famine in Danish West Indies has sparked criticisms of Denmark's economic policy of mercantilism, which is focused on export-heavy trade. Economic concessions authority. Maximum tariffs on imports. Trade capacity is actually good. It's definitely gonna go for this one. And then we're gonna stop one of the decrease over here because it's not that important at the moment. Maybe greener grass for the moment. It's good to have it constantly on, I think. Social mobility. Miasma theory loses interpretive sovereignty. With every day that Dr. Bonde focuses more and more on new research methods, the traditional miasma theory becomes less relevant. The germ theory seems more convincing. Geological survey in a neighboring country. So in Oxford didn't take this area of work too seriously and looked for information in caves in a neighboring country. Of course we keep the geological results ourselves. Nice. Yeah. Good stuff. Now we have to start paying interest. I don't like this at all. I don't want to press out the country, squeeze them out too much. Okay, can we change something in the government? So maybe we get some shuffle or changes in. I'd like to get away from mercantilism indeed. Doesn't help us too much right now, it just makes more costly bureaucracy and we can't really afford that right now. Yeah, social poor laws. The independent one tab here, which grants us state construction efficiency, that's not bad. And it just at 3% and might stall anyway, so let's see where it's going. New distant record, great, but not at the level of the UK yet. Yeah, we can lower, of course, the military wages are low already. I mean, this is always an option. We can scrap our navy, but this is this sounds like such a capitulation of everything the country stands for. It's good for like second row. I mean, essentially we are, but there's a difference with admitting it or not. How about our treaties? Aren't the Brits like? Paying us, that's actually nice. Give us those damn god trade privileges. Are we willing to give them investment rights? Why don't they want us to have a public embassy? Let's try this. I mean, there's a 5% chance, right? If we get trade privileges, that would be really nice, I think. If they invest a bit for 5 years, but yeah, didn't work, obviously. At least we tried. Oh, with the Austrians, maybe. Oh, 82% chance. Maybe we can also get a tiny piece of money from them. Not really. Since you have the luck already of somehow the mods helping you with your population. 62%, let's ask for it. Oh, Convention of Linz has added. Oh, nice. They're paying us a little bit, and we have trade privileges now also with the Austrians. I don't know, preferred trade partner, but it is what it is. And there we go. Our trade definitely is increasing. Oh, clippers are going out. That's good. How many subventions are we paying at the moment? 1,000. Maybe should start this, to be honest. Yeah, the clippers. Maybe some. Principle of population. Some intellectuals are warning that if the poor last, if not past, increasing population of unproductive poor will become an unmaintainable burden on society. Yeah. We kind of don't want to push it, right? So in the moment it's just to make them a little bit happy. Then fear-mongering makes the law even seem inhumane. We had 3%, then we go below, it's 0. That's good. Reconnaissance balloons. Lovely stuff as always. Yeah. But some of my viewers already know I feel like with every game so far I've been scrambling around potential bankruptcy to some extent. Yeah, but we're still in it. Yeah, we can still change a lot. Wow. Making huge progress over here. And legislative failures, yes, exactly. Then back to 3%, but a little slower. I think this is okay. You just want to hold this position at the moment to keep the independence and state construction efficiency. There we go, 3 weeks until we finished finally the food industries. And how much? Yeah, we're not. Yeah, okay. I think the export of clippers has gone down, but not that dramatically. We're exporting tools. Interesting. Are we importing steel at least? Yeah, from Prussia. That's good. Oh. And we left the red zone. Maybe because we have now our food industries over here. Let's do sweeteners most certainly. We have even sugar plantations, right? This will help us. And we get pharmaceuticals. That's good. Nice. That should help us also with any further diseases and with a hopefully better population situation. Yeah, maybe a direct result of the medical congresses and so forth. Maybe. But it's always a good moment for us to bring an end to this very episode. Half year in of 1842. Yeah. Last look here on the Austrian population of Hungary. Disgusting. I don't know, guys. It's just like let's not bother too much anymore. These tolls are basically gone already here, isn't it? Kiev. I don't know where this is coming from. Yeah, whatever. Shouldn't bother us too much in this one. Yeah, I hope you liked this one again. Let me know in the comments what you think, what you have on your mind, and I'll definitely get back to you. And sorry once again if some comments are still missing there. There was lots to do recently, and rather focus on pushing forward here the campaign than commenting, but there will be answers, no worries. And of course, if you haven't yet, and you're here, it would be simply fantastic if you leave me a like and subscription to push the channel a bit, to help me out, make this channel more successful and make me more happy. So more content for you in the future. That's the deal. So thank you so much for this. And most importantly, see you the next time in the next episode when we continue this one. Hopefully, yeah, get going now with AP Moller. Holy moly. It's... For 84, I thought 84,000 prosperity. No, this is just like a little. Nevertheless, we're gonna be there at some point. Thanks for watching, guys, and then see you next time in the next episode. See you then. Bye. Your Strategy Wolf.